Hey everyone, welcome back. It's me, Indi. I hope you're having a wonderful day and can join me for some more Elden Ring. Yes, it is. Hello, my darlings. Thank you for coming to join as always. Now, once more, the Goblin girl of it all is strong with this one, alright? So I'm going to give you a little shout out in the chat and we are going to get into it. Hello, Neil, and hello to you. Creepity creeping. I love my creepers. You are my favourite people on the planet, alright? Unabashed, watching from the shadows. And you know what? I support you. Hello and welcome. I hope that you're having a good one. Now, I also know that Saturday is a bit of a random day for me to be streaming usually, but why not? We have more coming. There is many days in the week in which I can stream, and I am going to be getting back into more of a regular timetable soon. I do apologise that I've been a bit all over the place, but without further ado, I'm going to skeet down into my little corner and let's crack on with the show, shall we? So yeah, we're still over on Twitch as well. Hello, Twitch. I'm new here. I'm just a little baby, so if you are out there, drop me a little message. Say hello. I ain't that scary, I promise. And now, let's get going, shall we? So, let's do a wee recap on the last stream that we had, shall we? We managed to go through and get ourselves the Uchigatana just to kind of beef us up a little bit. And we also managed to get a decent Ash of War to put on it. Now, it's going to be a slow uptake, I think, with this build. But what I think my main plan for now is going to be is we're going to head to Stormvale Castle. Yes, we are. And we are going to see how we fare in said castle. How many runes have I got on me at the moment? 492. So yes, hello. What are you doing? What are you doing with your weekend? And if it's just sat here watching me, love that. Love that for you. Love that for me. Genuinely. I've been filling my time, been getting busy. We've got quite a bit of the map open, considering this is our third login to this character. So we're doing all right. We're doing all right. The Goblin girl is strong with this one. Now, let's head back to Margit. So I managed to cleave Margit into tiny little chunks. Yes, I did. And I quite enjoyed it. I did. I quite enjoyed it. I was quite chuffed with myself because my first playthrough, I really heavily relied on a lot of summons. Really, it was a very different fight, which was kind of the point of me doing this as well. So yeah, if you are here with me, Twitch or YouTube, let me know what's going on. What's going on? Genuinely, I do apologise about the Twitch of it all, because I am a absolute Twitch baby. This is only the second multi-stream we've done, but here she is. I mean, look at this place. Look at this place. It is so incredibly beautiful. Now, my darlings. My little darlings, my hot cherry pies. I don't know why I call you hot cherry pies, but you are so welcome. Let me take some of this out. Let's take that out, and let's just take this out. I never use a shield anyway, so there is absolutely no point in me having there. Deciding if you fancy a sandwich, cutting edge excitement. You know what? That is something to be excited about. A sandwich on a humble Saturday. Not me thinking it was Saturday yesterday as well. I mean, that sounds about right, didn't it? 100%, 100%. Yeah, so you're not working tonight then? Are you working? Are you twerking? Are you making a merkin? That seems to be something I say a lot at the moment. And do you know what? I don't think I'm going to stop. No, I don't. I think I'm just going to keep waffling on. Alright? Because I think that's pretty much what you've come to learn from me. Okay, so this is a fur-calling finger remedy, just showing me that I can do some multiplayer. So yeah, we're giving some strong Shrek vibes. Shrek the doll. Absolutely love that. I actually saw DJ Shrek at Bolter on the weekend. I did. What a legend. What an absolute legend. Right, here we go. Oh, not you. Not you, you absolute fool.
You're tarnished, aren't you? I would advise against taking the main gate into the castle. It's tightly guarded by hardened old hands. Oh, try the opening, right? The guards don't.
Do you know what? This guy.
You'll breach the castle undetected.
Right, okay, that's what you're saying. Very well.
Yes, that You're just the kind of tarnished that I like.
I don't like
pray
him.
for your success.
I don't like this guy, so you know what? Okay, you don't fight back.
What are you doing? What's it to you?
You're a horrid, horrid beast.
Tarnished.
Because you're actually a vile cretin.
What do I do to deserve?
Being a vile cretin, you literally... That guy locks you in a room. He steals all your runes off you. No, sorry. Goblina, she's got a sixth sense about her. She knows that he just ain't right. Now, I've not got much in the way of focus, so maybe let's just run back to this Grace and do something about that. Because it's a lot. Tilty would be so proud. Do you know what? Tilty would be proud. Because it was Tilty who told me to off him the first time. And I will be honest, after my first go through this game, realizing what that guy does. So if I'm correct, when you're here, it takes away... How many? It takes away like 10% of your runes every time you unalive. So let's just... see if that makes any semblance of a difference. I don't think it will, but at least I don't have to deal with him locking me into a room. I think I'm not sure if I still get locked in the room, but you know, I'll take it. Now Saboyo said I should have dropped down the front and gone the sneaky way, but I've done this dance before. I know where I'm going. So over here we go, and of course it's night time, of course. Oh dear, I remember all this. That I do. I certainly do. Do you remember the birds? I do, I remember you. Stormhawk, come on then. Come on then, I know you're going to come for me. Here we go. Behave. Down, girl! The knife-footed birds, horrid beasts. Neil, I'm glad we agree there. Who's that down there? That's another one of them. They are literally everywhere around here, so... I mean, if you were a child and you had all your feet sawn off, and then you were just left in some castle to fight things away, I think you'd probably be a bit mad too. So you know what? It's not their fault. It's not their fault, okay? Not her fault. Right, is there another one around here? No, I think not. Let's just plop down here. And here we go, Sight of Grace. Good old Gracie. Then you love a bit of Gracie. Oh, Grace. Goodness gracious you. Now, actually, let's rest here because this is where we're going to get into the meat of it. We're going to get into this castle and serve some of these fools a hot slice of what for. Because coming in here the first time, I felt nothing but feeble. But this time, I feel a bit better. You're like, there's always a choice. Yes, there is, Neil. And you know what? Goblinda is choosing violence. I feel like my old character kind of just went with the motions. Goblinda chooses violence. Exhibit A. Eat it. There we go. See? Violent. Goblinda Gash be out gashing and slashing. Ah! Okay, okay. Hey Tristan, welcome my darling. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Now, let's deal with these heinous cretins. So yes, the Goblin Girl of it all is happening. We are... Oh dear. Just heading into Stormvale Castle, where people don't like me. Clearly. No. Yep, you can blow that up. Okay, okay, guys, really? I've just got you. Right, there's two of you. Now, in my last playthrough, I had a lot more ranged attacks. But with this build, we're doing close-up combat, bleed. Ah! She's hemorrhaged, Gauss! St. Trina's arrow. Arrow, sweetie. As Trina with her arrow. No. Behave, will you? Hiding there, skulking in the shadows like you're something special. You ain't nothing. You ain't no one. Alright, is there anyone else in here? I've got to say, since I put the HDR on, this game looks so much better. But at the same time, it's made the darkness a lot more difficult to decipher. 100%. Hey, farming for impairs. Hello, Fernando. Welcome back, honey. A pleasure as always. Oh. Right, okay. Fernanda, Iron Fist Alexander. Yes, we'll be doing all of that. Tim Edley, welcome back, honey. I'm back in the saddle. I don't usually do a Saturday, but you know what? I've got the time. And Miss Goblinda Gash, by the way. I begrudge not using her full name, or she will slice off my head. Miss Goblinda Gash is an absolute menace. There is a heinous knight in here that's going to really make my life difficult. No. No. Okay. No. Bye. I've got to say, this guy always gets me. He always gets me. I don't understand what it is with him, but he does always get me. I've got some light pouring in through the window. I just need to double check that my magic spell... the magic spell has been broken! Oh my goodness. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing happened. You saw nothing. I am... falling apart. Falling apart! I am in the lands between, right? I'm not in front of a big green piece of fabric. No, I'm not. I will hear nothing about that moving forward. No, I shan't. Let me just make sure I can still see you all, because it wouldn't be an indie stream without a hearty dash of dysfunction, would it? Now, at least I didn't get locked in there, because I offed Pidia when I walked in. No, put your trumpet down. Oh, for goodness sake. Damn it! Where's your sister? Guys! I think it does. Boys! Why? Okay, usually I like to go for a bit more of a discreet approach, but I guess not today. And yeah, you're right there, Fernanda. Freaky, sneaky deaky. Eat it! Get out of my swamp! I'm Goblinda Gash. My name's Goblinda. Actually, not just Goblinda, it's Goblinda Gash. I am the Gash Goblin of the lands betwixt. Exhibit A, gash. Gashing, slashing, and doing all that. Oh, hook claws. Ooh, Avaganda. Okay. Now, I did get these in my last playthrough, but I wonder... Okay, so it's a dex weapon. Now, we are doing heavy dexterity in Arcane, so it's all good. Yes, we love a bloody slash. I'm not going to say the other one, because YouTube will come down on me like the stars did on Celia. Yes, they will. Dolly, hello. So how are we doing, everyone? It's Saturday, and if you're anything like me, you've become a bit of a recluse. Oh my god, it's Saturday, let's go out. I'm like, no, I am a goblin. Let me goblin. Oi. Excuse me. That is no way to treat a lady. Didn't the Aristocats teach you anything? Don't be sorry. Whatever you call it. When you do your scales and your arpeggios. Anyway, on that note, have a nice fall. Fall's coming. Oh, come on. Right. You, sir? I think not. 3 bags full, sir. On guard. Right, let's try again. Let's try again, shall we? Because this is a minute, a moment. Oh, dang. It be dark in here. HDR is HDRing. Oh, dear. Just me being a fool. Up the Jacksy. He loves it, look. Loves it. Absolutely adores it. Right, so that tells me I have had a mooch around here. That door does open in some capacity, and yes, I've missed an item. So maybe whilst everyone's cleared out, should we see if we can just fall down here successfully? Yeah, okay. All good. Throwing the gouache. If you could just give me a moment, what I'm going to do, I think, is just quickly refresh my refresh my capture card a second. It's just having a little bit of a moment, but it's all right. We love her. We're gonna say a little prayer to the goddess of technology that everything is just not going to go wrong when I press this button. Okay? I think we're okay. All good. All good in the hood. So now. Yes, we're always up for a bit of a bloody slash, not a bloody. Well, I don't know. I mean, my name is Goblin de Gash, and she is a bloody gash. Everybody, how do you like my bloody gash? Goblinda is an absolutely gorgeous little nubbin, and you know what? It's such an honour to see it, to be privy to such beauty. Now, there is an item just kind of nooked over there. I'm not sure how I can get it, per se. But I know it exists. Okay, is it one of these where I kind of have to try and... Oh, there is actually a floor. Of course there is, you fool. And now I've got to go back down, I'm guessing, or jump across hither. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. There we go, there we MRF and go. Right. What's in it? Right, no, I'm not doing this. This is going to be a whole... You're over here, aren't you? Eat it. DLC excitement's so real you don't know what to do with yourself. Agreed. Oh, I don't know if agreed is the word, but I feel it too. I just want more storytelling. I'm like, give me some Glow-Eyed Queen. Give me the story of where the erdtree came from, because from doing that timeline, guys, it makes no sense. The erdtree just appears from nowhere. So what happened? Curved sword talisman. I'm not 100% sure what that does. I've currently got these two in because they're the only two I've got. Enhances guard counters. Now, when do you see me guarding with a weapon? Answer is never. Okay. So, do one of these. And now, let's just check there's nothing else in here. I think there is not. And we will head back out. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm intrigued by that. Now, I haven't played... Tim, I haven't played any of the like Bloodborne or any of those things, and I certainly haven't therefore played the DLCs. So I am intrigued to see how that works, because what they're saying is that it's going to be an independent leveling system. There's part of me that thinks, is there going to be some kind of major stat debuff? Is it going to be something sleep related? Is it going to be a little Saint Trina curse or something? Because in the opening trailer that played at the beginning of the stream, you see something about Saint Trina abandoning her fate. I don't know, right? There's just so much you can speculate on 100%. So, yeah, I don't know. Tim, Fernanda, babes, what are your randomest theories, your lore theories So I'll agree. I want to learn more about Mikola. I want to learn more about Saint Trina. I want to learn more about the Glow-Eyed Queen and the Godskins and the Crucible. And I think they're all going to be areas that kind of in some way need to be explored. Just looking from promotional material and the things that we've got. Okay, you can only level up when you defeat a boss. That's what they did in Sekiro. It was awesome, right? Okay. I can see how that'd work. Oh, getting jumped. Getting jumped. Behave. Yeah, so I can see how that would work. I'd be open to that, genuinely. Whatever it is, however it looks like. I'll be doing it, so... No! Okay, it's fine. I can get back up quickly, so it's all good. Well, quickly is an overstatement, my darlings, but we can get there nonetheless. So yeah, you can only level up when defeating a boss. I mean, that could work out quite well, to be honest. That could work out quite well, to be honest, because one thing that I do notice is the Great Rune system. Now, I get that using rune arcs can really make a buff when you're in a certain boss fight, you know, depending on your stats, etc., and what rune you've got. But I wonder if it's something to do with that. Are there many more great runes than we know about? Who can say? I'd also say as well, yeah, I do... Ah! Oh, I survived. Okay, I survived at least. There we go. Yeah, so I do have quite a few ideas about the lore and stuff. Like, I think that, not sure how it really ties into everything, but how long has Marika been Radagon? That is something that I think would be good to be explored in a lot more depth, because it doesn't really make sense. So Radagon just randomly appears in the First Leonian War. At least from what we know, Radagon just is there, leading Marika's forces in the First Leonian War. And it says he was like at the head of a band of warriors. So, by that assumption, I'm like, well, was he part of Marika before? It would kind of suggest, but then the thing being... it doesn't mention Marika? I don't know. It makes the whole thing so confusing. It really does. It really does. But I also do think it could have been a plan on Marika's part. Like, to subdue and take out Raya Lucaria on the inside. You know? Can't wait for more of Mesmer the Impaler in the story while he's standing in front of the wall of fire and the impaled bodies. Glorious, heinous filth. That is correct. That is correct. I'm expecting more Rykard lore as well. Because there's not much about him in the lore as well. But he is known as the Lord of Blasphemy. The only thing we can kind of infer from that is that he discovered the hexes of Mount Gelmir. That's pretty much the only thing. We know he's eaten by the god-devouring snake, but the only thing that really can specify that happening at any time is when you begin a new playthrough and you get the cutscene where it mentions Rykard feeding himself to that snake. So yeah, it's interesting. So you're saying it's curious in Mesmer's relationship with the Outer Gods? 100%, 100%. There's just so much. There really is so much that they're going to be doing with this game. And my theory, the way I see Mesmer at the moment, is that Mesmer is a child of Marika. I think that's pretty clear. Mesmer is a child of Marika. So, in what capacity, I don't know. I'm saying this based on just what I've seen on the trailer. Like, that is just a theory. I don't know that 100%. Yeah, his relationship with the other gods could be interesting. Did they know about him? Because it says that Marika sealed away the Land of Shadow, which kind of does imply that they were both together at some point. I don't know. There's just so much, and they are absolutely psychotic when it comes to the way that they show you tiny little things that may or may not mean anything. Mesmer's eyes are also bright yellow, which could mean he's possessed by the Chaos Flame. Yeah, I will. That's a plausible theory in some way, but also the thing about his eye, it's very draconic. It looks like what happens to your eyes when you do Dragon Communion. So there's that as well. Is it a bit of both? Is there an element of frenzy and the dragons in the communion? I don't know. Hopefully as well, we'll learn a bit more about the giants. You think he's the son of her? I do as well. Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light? It's very... I just keep calling it Elden Ring 2, Return of the Femboy, because as far as I'm concerned, that is what they are serving. They are serving high femboy realness, high blasphemous war. Yes. Hello, archaic English come through. Tim, I scream. I gag on the archaic English, alright? Do you know why? Because I am an archaic English. Well, I call myself Wenglish, having lived in Wales for a long time, but yes. Archaic Wenglish. Right up the jacksie. Right. Let's try this. Dang, boy. It's these banished knights. These banished knights are hardcore. Elden Ring 2, Electric Boogaloo, Return of the Whomst. Yeah, exactly. Love it. Absolutely love it. So people are theorising that Mesmer is a banished child of Marika and Radagon, and is blasphemous being due to the snakes and dragons on his body, which are seen as traitors to the erdtree. Mesmer's eyes are also bright yellow, which could mean he's also possessed by the Chaos Flame. Yeah, okay. Just trying to read these a bit properly. So they'll probably answer 30% of the questions and level so many unanswered things. Yeah, I think so as well, Fernanda. 100%. So, in one so bereft of light. FromSoft really said, let me educate these kids. 100%. The Shakespeare of our generation, babe. I'll take it. I'll accept that. I will. Now this time, all of these boys, I don't care for them. I'm running past them. Alright, I've paid my dues. I think Reduvia is a weapon I will need to upgrade quite a bit more to really get its effect on point, you know? But yeah, I definitely can feel the whole thing wherein they're like, you know what? Oh, he's coming for me, isn't he? You know what? Yeah, just bear with me! Oh, heinous, heinous fool! Where have I gone? What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, I gotta go down here. Yeah, so, as far as lore theories... You wanna try it, boys? No! Oh, I don't know if this is gonna work. Let me drink my flask. I found it so interesting exploring all of the lore as someone who's not familiar with really much of George R. Martin or Miyazaki. But one thing that I am, and always have been, honey, is the die-hard fantasy lover. And sadly, Game of Thrones for me, as an entity, just hasn't got enough whimsy, you know? I want a bit more whimsy. Yeah, I want a bit more whimsy from my storytelling. And there's something about Elden Ring that kind of just encapsulates a lot. A lot. I will be honest, I would love, and I've been thinking about this quite a lot recently, I would love to see From Software and Miyazaki tackle a fantasy that isn't dark. I'm not saying that I have a problem with a bit of it, because obviously you need contrast, but I'd love to see them go full airy-fairy, absolute nonsense, fighting people with flowers. I'd love to see that, because I think it's not out of their wheelhouse, but it could be the most cutesy and absolutely terrifying thing ever, and I would love to see that. I would love to see that, because I think that they would smash it. It would be kind of unlike anything that we've got, you know? Especially if it was like a Souls game. Like just full airy-fairy nonsense. Hey, Dream Master. So hold on. Miyazaki's the Shakespeare of our generation. You find it fascinating since English is not your first language. Okay. You think it's fun. Sometimes you don't know exactly what they mean, so you look it up. It's so educational, Fernanda. So educational, and really looking into the influences in folklore and stuff, and a lot of the real-life comparisons. They do not hold any bars. They do not hold any bars. Yes, Elden, Witch Indi is back with our new character. This is the effervescent, beautiful, gorgeous Miss Goblin de Gash. Yes, it is. And she's here to gash and slash her way to Elden Lord. Now, my fave fantasy series or films. Ooh, that's hard because I'm gonna say Lord of the Rings, and I know it's boring. I know it's boring. I love me Tolkien. I do. I know it's probably boring to some people, but I do like me Tolkien. I'll be honest, I wish I knew a bit more. I have been having quite a few of my friends telling me to read the, what are they called? Basically like fairy porn books. Fairy prawns. Song of Ice and Fire. Oh, not that's George Martin. I read a couple of the Witcher books as well. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Sorry, guys. Lord of the Rings is fantastic. Yeah, 100%. I remember being a child, an actual child, and going to see Lord of the Rings at the theatre. Absolutely terrifying, but amazing. Life-changing. You'll have to leave that with me, because there's a lot of fantasy in this brain. I can think of movies off the top of my head, but, yeah. I would definitely, actually, recommend, if you haven't heard of them. Now, these are books that were originally written in Welsh. But they are absolutely fabulous. There is a movie adaptation of one of them, but I read these in primary school, which is wild, to be honest, to think about it. But have you ever heard of the Chronicles of Prydain? There's a few books in that. I need to reread them, but they were one that really instilled the fantasy idea to me. The film The Black Cauldron is based on those books, but the Chronicles of Prydain has a lot more Welsh folklore, and a lot more, I don't know, just a little bit more flavour. A little bit of flavour. And I remember being read them in primary school by my primary school English teacher. You know, when you sit down and have story time. I think there are 4 books. I got my partner to read them, and he absolutely rinsed through them. He loved them. Yeah, there's just so much. One of my favourite animated films of all time. Well, I've got to say there's 2. One being Puppets, which is obviously The Dark Crystal. Obsessed. Call me the Gelfling of them all. I'd also say... well, I'm going to get the jump on him, because once I've got him, he's gone. But he's going to be a major problem up until this point. I know there's a grace past him, so... Sorted. Okay. Yeah, so Definitely the Dark Crystal. Come on. Come on! Classic. And the Puppeteer. Labyrinth, Neil, of course. Pan's Labyrinth is amazing as well, if you do like something a bit more on the ooky spooky side. Who else? Who else? We've got... There's just so much. There really is just so much. I've got to say, one of my favourite, like, kids' fantasies, and one that I have always had stuck in my head, and I always loved. I think in some way it's because I could... Right, you're going to laugh at this, because yes, I'm a 6'2", 3-odd diva, okay? But one of my favourite childhood animated films is Thumbelina. And I know it's hateful in a way. The Don Bluth version and the animation on that, just such a sweet spot in animation. It was so... I love that kind of almost hand-drawn style, just really, really gets me. I don't know why, I really always connected with Thumbelina. I think it's because in my mind, I am the size of a thumb. Oh, I've got to say, yes. Yes, Tim, June. I did really enjoy June. The first one was a slow burn, and I think anyone could attest to that. But they had to start somewhere. Now, yeah, first one being a slow burn, but the second one, if you watch the first and weren't quite into it, I'd definitely recommend you go and give them a watch. You like the Final Fantasy films, you don't know why. Do you know what? They're quite good. They are quite good, some of them. I really, really love the Final Fantasy games. I just haven't kept up with them. I don't know what it is. Last one I played was the remake of 7. And I really enjoyed it. But one thing that gets me is sometimes with Final Fantasy games, no! Stop dropping me down here with him. One thing that really gets me with the Final Fantasy games is I have a tendency to underlevel, and I got very, very stuck. However, there's a part of me that wants to do it again because I know they're doing more, but I've played most of them up until that point. When it comes to my favourite Final Fantasy game, it's actually not a very well-known one. I must admit, I am that person who's like, it's a random B-side that no one played. I think people did play it. Is anyone here who played Final Fantasy familiar with Vincent Valentine and the Dirge of Cerberus? I think it was the epilogue to Final Fantasy VIII. So I was just about to say something as well. If you are unaware of who that is, Vincent Valentine from the Final Fantasy games, it's mesmer coded, heavily mesmer coded. You haven't played the shoot 'em up one. I get you. So basically, it was quite a different game to what they usually do. And I think that's what I loved about it. You over here, I need to get over there. But yeah, Vincent Valentine literally pretty much wore a very similar outfit to Mesmer. The colour palette's similar, but he had like a demon form. So when you'd play as Vincent, you could turn into like a full-on demon, and it was a bit of a shooter. Number 10 is your total fave. 100%. Oh, and of course, now, I would be going amiss if I didn't mention one of my favourite classics, which is the Legend of Zelda games. Legend of Zelda games, honey. Ocarina of Time blew my mind when I was a child. And I was also going to say Twilight Princess. I remember having that for Wii and absolutely falling in love with the game, to be honest. Mesmer? I hardly know her! Exactly. Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship Mama in one so bereft of Mama? Yes. You're so welcome. I know you did not ask, okay, but you are so damn welcome. No, don't you blow your trumpet at me. I'm hiding. Dang, this is so different when you can't use ranged attacks, or you just don't have any. Oh, he's going to stand there and wait, isn't he? What fool. Mesmer, I hardly know her. But yes, I'm so excited for Elden Ring 2, Return of the Femboy. It's going to be fierce, and don't you worry, we'll be streaming that. On my other character, probably. When it comes out. Oh, come on, move away. Couldn't you just go away? No, 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 no. Okay. Oh, honey, she ate. You buy one, you get one free. I said you buy one, you get one free. Fuck off. Onwards. So yeah, excited for a lot for this DLC, and I'm glad you lot are too. A gorgeous line. All those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Mesmer's flame. Oh. Yes. Love it. The trailers go hard. Not gonna lie to you, I don't think I've seen a video game with trailers that really do go that hard. And it is kind of wild the way that they are just edging the whole community. It's got to the point where when I turn on my YouTube now, all I get is lore videos. All I get is prep for DLC. Like, everyone is going wild. And you know what? I am too. Clearly I'm here doing this, aren't I? But yes, it's good to see the hype around it, you know? And I've got to say, out of some of the games I've streamed, all of the Elden Ring, the Elden Ring divas, the Elden Ring dolls, all of you guys watching me, it's just a pleasure. You're all sound as fuck. Oh, sound as fuck. They had no business going that hard. Yeah, my edges lifted as well. My wig was snatched. I want to hear more about Saint Trina and Miquella, right? Because what I see is certified drag queen behavior. That's what I see. I think the lands between were actually transphobic. So Miquella had to abandon his female self. Heinous. No, I'm joking. Not at all. Not at all. But I'm very interested to see what's going on there. Because it does say in the trailer, there's a moment where it pans to this thing in all purple, which is, I think, quite clearly Saint Trina. And, yeah. So, actually, there are a few. Let me just... So, there are quite a few items. Not many. There's not loads of them, but there's quite a few items that do speak about Saint Trina, the Furthest Cookbook being one. A record of crafting techniques left by a man who was utterly captivated by Saint Trina. He continued the search for her in his slumber. But all we really know is that she's related to sleep. Some people, well, they're related to sleep. Some people think that Saint Trina is a young boy, and others think it is most definitely a comely young woman. So, we know of her, but yes, that is correct. We do not know much of her. Very unspecified. So I'm looking forward to see what that is, because I don't know where I will be honest, I don't know where the idea that Miquella is Saint Trina originally came from as far as item descriptions go. I don't necessarily know. But what I do know, my darlings, is that we will be learning more about it in the DLC because Miyazaki's confirmed it, if I'm correct. Right, come on. Come upstairs. Go upstairs. We'll fight upstairs. Yeah. Yeah, Tim, I did see that. That looks amazing. Do you know what I thought? It looked a bit like a womb. If you get what I mean, it looked almost womb-like. There's another one coming. We'll let them come up here. They can come to me. Yeah, it looked almost like womb-like. Now, there was... I can't remember which the creators are, but I was watching a podcast just randomly because I'm desperate for entertainment. Birth cycle, life and death, 100%. So the omen thing of it all is something we need to learn more about as well. Are you coming up as well? Or are you just going to stand down there and fire at that wall? I think you are, aren't you? You're not going to come up the stairs. Right. Yeah, you're right. Birth cycle, life and death. Fool. Yeah, so, there's definitely going to be something to do with the birth cycle. They talk about the Crucible being the place where all life was originally blended together. And the theory I was listening to, which is just a speculation, is that that could actually be a part of America, possibly. But, that's only based on the birth imagery and the fact it has blonde hair. So, yes. Very interesting and a lot to unpack there. Did I see the post of Mikola? Right. So, I will actually say... I don't know whether that was Mikola, but yes, again, fabulous. The artists that work on this game. If it wasn't apparent from the game itself, some of these images they've put up for promotion are just wild. Absolutely wild. But yeah, I would actually postulate that that is not 100% Mikola. I think that that is who we hear speaking in the trailer. You know when it says... will you come with us? And it's talking about... There's like this thing which looks like it's a load of NPCs. It looks like it's a load of characters that we might find in the Land of Shadow. And it says, will you join us? Will you come with us? I think that the person we hear talking in the DLC is that person. Let me just... This is going to turn into a lore stream very quickly. But let me just, for old time's sake... Hold on. Let me just do this a second. I'm going to copy over...
Peggy 16.
Okay, let me copy this trailer over for a second, right? And let's just have a little gander.
Peggy 16.
So I can show you what I'm on about. If we scrub through this, the person you're talking about, look at the armor.
Abandon everything.
This person. I think the person in that image is this person talking now. They seem very devoted to Mikola, but that seems to be more Mikola's appearance. So when we get to this person, look at this armor. This is the same armor and headpiece and cape that is in that picture. So unless this is actually Mikola all decked out for battle,
we choose to follow.
I think this person at the front is probably going to be the person who we first meet when we get to the DLC. Just purely based on the armor. Because can you see they're looking at Mikola's Great Rune, what we think is Mikola's Great Rune, and they're almost leading this group of people.
Will you walk with us?
So it does say that we're going to be following in Mikola's footsteps, basically. So that's my thought. Yeah, Tim. 100%. Do we know that Dadaka, that would be Radagon. That was a thought I just wanted to put to you, because I thought the same thing. Oh, that's clearly Mikola, but then I was like, actually, it's probably that person. Now, so I've got a few options of where to go from here, But let's have a little gander, shall we? Dadaka, Utica, Schenectady, all of those things. Right. Over here, possibly. I think there's two choices, isn't there? Either we head down this way, or we head down that way. I'm going to err on this way, I think. There is a banished knight there, but I think I can kind of get a jump on him in some kind of semblance. Here we go. What's in here? Golden rune. I can hear some rats. I can hear some things going on. Okay, what's out here? Is there a site of grace near anywhere? So yeah, do we know if Marika is dead? We know we killed Radagon. That's the thing. That's one thing that I was thinking as well. We faced Radagon, not Marika. And we, I assume, defeat Marika's spirit. But it's not mentioned Radagon. It's not mentioned specifically that we defeat Marika. However, now hear me out. However, we do know that Marika is still petrified inside the erdtree when you end the game. So that may be her flesh, but we know there's a big thing in this game about people doing weird things and getting rid of their flesh so that they can go to this land of shadow. So yes, a good theory, 100%, and I wouldn't deny that at all. In fact, it could be quite good to learn a bit more about... We're going to learn a bit more about her, we know that. But it could be quite good to... If you're saying that you think that Marika probably is still alive, considering Mesmer calls out to her and we see her in the trailer. Yeah. All good theories and speculations, Tim. Definitely. I would 100% say that is a good thought. I think, to be honest... Hear me out. Hear me out. This is unhinged speculation. Please do not think that this is me declaring I'm right in any way or anything like that. I think now that we're going to run. There's a grace somewhere. I can't remember where it is, but there is a grace nearby somewhere. I'm not sure if it's down the lift or somewhere else. But we do know there is one. Right, let's get rid of these guys. Take the elevator up. Awesome. What I do want is these. Yes, give me the Crimson Hood. Because that will raise my vigor, and right now, I'll take it. I think this grafted scion is about to try and fight me. So what I was saying was, I think that there's a possibility that when Marika created the Golden Order, if everything came from the Crucible and she was around at that point, we know that having been said to have made contact with the Crucible basically means that you were born at that time, or you had some kind of link to it. So how do we feel about the possibility that Marika could possibly have had an element of that Crucible herself that she had to get rid of to be able to ascend to godhood and make herself the Golden Order? That's why the thing that looks like a womb, there's part of me that thinks, well, could that be an element of her? Did she do a moment where she had to in some way like fragment herself or rid herself of that aspect in order to claim that as not divine? Because we know that she has her two Omen children. The Crucible thing, right. So, I'm good to get into it. So, the Crucible is an era of time before the erdtree. Do I have anything crucible in my inventory here? I'm going to get my timeline out. You know what? Some of you are going to be like, here she goes. Okay, but bear with me. So, I made this, it's actually linked in the description below as well. But, let me just go here. So I made this whole, basically major document of all of the lore items that can help to try and paint a picture of this story a little bit. So, let me just get this up for you. Here we go, here we go. Some of you who've seen my streams before will know that this is where I start waffling. Okay? So, if you want access to this as well, there is an access link just down in the description. Feel free, that's why I've made it. Now, a lot is not necessarily stated, okay? So please take everything you see and feel in is a, what you call it? It's something to be taken with a pinch of salt. Now, Crucible era. So it's one of the first ones we get to, so it's not going to take long. So if you look here, where we enter the game is all the way here. All of this happens, all of this stuff happens long before we get into the game. This is prehistory, the Crucible that we're talking about. So when it comes to the Crucible, it's noted as a few things, but the one great created the Crucible. For some reason, all of my items have just decided they don't exist. But a time in where life was chaotic, word crucible being used to evoke the idea of a primordial sludge. Okay? So a crucible is actually almost like a pot. Let me just copy the link that I've got in the description, because this main link seems to be in some way broken. It did have all of the images, which really did help to kind of make a bit more sense of the whole situation. But if you would look at the definition of what a crucible is a pot that they use in metalworking or anything basically where they need to have a vessel to store extremely hot substances, right? Well, that's me talking. So what we can basically infer from that is there is this sense of a primordial, a primordial form of life. Compare that to when we as humans developed, right? There was almost like a primordial ooze that which we came from, if I'm correct. Now, yes, there was almost like a primordial... Oh, I've messed that up. But there was almost like a primordial ooze that we came from. So the way I try and look at it, right? The Crucible is not necessarily the ooze. Do you hear me? The Crucible era is an era where people worshipped this primordial ooze. I think it's more than just an idea. I think there is an actual thing and a place called the Crucible. But all of this, if you can kind of see my little crucible up here. So a ceramic or metal container, which means metals or other substances may be melted or subjected to very high temperatures. So to me, the crucible could be maybe a tree that contains this primordial ooze which people worshipped. Okay? Do you hear me? So we worship this golden order in game. That's kind of a major thing throughout. But the way that I thought of it is all of these things here, the knots, the scales and the feathers, they were seen to be something that was like godly. They worshipped this primordial blending of life. Everything is intertwined. So for me, the Crucible may have actually been a place as well. But for me, the Crucible represents a time in the history of the Lands Between where they worshipped the primordial ooze of life. Okay? Because they say this kind of stuff, the Crucible stuff, used to be held as, here we go, a vestige of the primordial crucible. It was considered a signifier of the divine in ancient times, but is increasingly disdained as an impurity as civilization advanced. So, for me, that is why I look at it like that. I look at it like a civilization that worship it. Yes, Tim. 100%. You're talking about exactly what I think. I think that tree and the building underneath it is almost known as the crucible, or like the vessel of the crucible. And Marika had to hide this and get rid of it in order to proclaim her age and show her purity. So yes, I will pull that back down for a moment, but does that make a bit more sense to you, possibly? I'm not claiming this as fact. Please do not think that I claim this as fact at all. This is literally my own speculation and my own idea of it based on what I can find in-game. So, that's how I look at it. Does that make sense, yeah? So also, one thing that's interesting about that might make you look at the trailer a bit differently. Here we go, let me get the trailer back out. So, as
Peggy
we
16.
see at the beginning here, Marika looks like she's inside
Of the beginning.
this primordial red colour. In the game, here we go. I think this stuff is the crucible. All this gnarly, like, body stuff. I think this is inside of what the shadow of the erdtree is. And I think this stuff that she's traipsing through is the crucible.
An affair from which gold arose.
All of these bodies and stuff. I think this is all crucible stuff. So I think there's something else in the timeline that mentions red. Not quite. But there is, I can't remember which item it is, but it does mention that the colour red is associated with the crucible. So anyway, I am going to get back on with my stream. Because this wasn't meant to be a full-blown lore stream, but here we are, my darlings. Here we are. So, now. Yeah, and Tim, I think that's the gist. But this primordial ooze of life seems to have a major influence on births, a major influence on so many things, worship, and the way the world works. And for Marika to proclaim what she wanted, she needed to get rid of that and hide it. So there's that element of it as well, you know? Dang. Yeah, so like liquidized bodies. It's gnarly, isn't it? Heinous birds, Neil. You said it the best, my babes. You did say it the best. So yeah, that's why I was saying, right? People born around that time, the divine, at least, the divine at that time, was said to have been born of the crucible. So, if Marika wanted to rewrite that, and she was divine, surely she must have had an element of the crucible in her. And also, she had 2 crucible children. She had 2 omen children, Moog and Morgott. So that's my theory, basically, is that she had to do more. Like Mikola has to get rid of his fate and his flesh, she had to do more than just water this tree with her golden blood. She needed that aspect of the crucible to be able to make the erdtree grow. Okay. Guys. Does that make sense? Is that a theory worth touting? Like, does that make sense? That's just how I look at it. I don't think it's unfounded per se. Maybe a bit unhinged. But you know, it's all good. Right. So Goblin de Gash is here. We've got our red hood on. We are ready. Call me Little Red Riding Gash. You think that's plausible? Yeah, thanks, Tim. There's a grace down here, isn't there? I'm correct, there's a grace down here, so I'll grab that. Because if I go over there and down there, there's a giant knight. And I don't really want to fight these birds over and over. Oh, Roger! Hello, sir. I've got to say I love his shoes. The best drip in the game, one of them.
Nice to meet you. The pleasure's mine. Roger is the name. A sorcerer, as you might have guessed. I'm looking for a little something here in the castle.
He's looking for gold.
Hot-footing it from the troops, that is. But enough about me.
Hot feet?
What are you doing here in Stormvale Castle?
Hot feet or
This
just...
place is bristling with tarnished hunters, you know. They sacrifice our kind for grafting.
Well, that's not
exactly
very
a place
nice.
I'd stroll into without a purpose in mind.
Well, it's alright. I've got a purpose. I'm here to defeat
I
Godric.
see. Here to challenge Godric and lay your hands upon a great rune, are you?
Yes.
You can see it then, I take it. The guidance of grace.
I can see the
Well,
guidance of Google.
Enjoy it while you can. I'm tarnished, like you. But unlike you, I've seen neither hide nor hair of this guidance for the longest time.
Okay.
Still, I won't forget how it felt when I first came here, to the lands between. I'm privy to a few magical battle arts. Would you care to learn one? As a fellow tarnished, once guided by grace, I'd love to help you out, if it please.
I think Roger's a solid guy. Not gonna lie. I do think Roger is actually a solid guy. None of this is really applicable to me. Not with this character, really. But nice to know. Okay. I, Tim, am currently drinking a very weak, milky iced coffee. Iced being a term I'm using quite liberally. But yeah, everybody, if you're here with me in the chat, do me a favour. Drop me a little like, drop me a little thumbs up. But also, what are you drinking? Rum or whiskey? What are you drinking? What's your tipple for this evening, then? Come tell Grandmama. There's got to be a grace around here. I'm sure I remember it. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. No, I think I am wrong. There's these boys out here. You're a wine girly. Oh, pop off. I do like a wine, to be honest. In moderation, of course, and I would not want to glamorize such things. No. No, I'm not allowed. Therefore, I do like a bit of a red myself, I must say, darling. Summer fruit, squash and smile. Banished knight, I think the living-ish not. Right, I'm going to get the jump on him. You ready? Right up the jacksie, right from behind. Have it! Come on then, sis. Okay. Yeah. Summer fruit squash. Loves it. Do you know what? I used to drink squash, like, daily. I used to be really into it. How weird is this? Ever since my hip operation, I can't drink it without getting the most heinous heartburn. And I'm talking, if I take normal dilute squash and put the tiniest cap in it, I get heartburn for hours. It might be one of those things where, like, when you drink something for so long, like, obviously, you know, we had it as children and that, might be one of those things where when you drink something for so long, it just simply, you gain an intolerance to it. I don't like that, you know? Because now, the thing is obviously that lack of sugar leads to a major sugar craving. It's your birthday? Oh my gosh! Happy birthday, Tim. Everybody, if you're here, sing a happy birthday for Tim. Happy birthday to... Oh, wait there. No. We're not doing that tone. We're going to do... Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you. No one asked for it. Tim, also, speaking of Crucible, can you see this tree and this weird guy? Lana Del Rey, wow, call me Trana Del Gay. But can you see this tree? There's talks in the lore of this great tree, and it comes from the Crucible. So these, we don't hear much about, these guys with their growing trees and why this altar's here or anything. We don't really hear too much about it. But this could be what the Crucible almost looks like, in a way, or what it did look like before it became known as the Great Tree. I don't know, because this seems to be all kinds of plants fighting with each other for dominance, doesn't it? Like, they're all trying to offshoot and gain influence over its roots and its stump. So yeah, there's a lot to unpack. Yeah, I don't think there is a grace here. I think I'm just going to have to kind of raw dog it, so to speak, and go for it. But yes, happy birthday, my darling. And yes, if you ever have a birthday and you're out there, okay, and you want me to do an absolutely heinous cover of happy birthday for you, I will. If you have a suggestion, you know, could it be the Halig tree? So I think what we do know is that they're definitely two separate things. I think the Halig tree could resemble that at some point, because if Mikola was trying to grow his Halig tree from a sapling, there's no saying that that's not what it could have looked like at some point, you know? There's absolutely no saying. So that's, you know, a possibility. But I do think that the Great Tree / Crucible of it all and Mikola's Halig tree are very much different entities in themselves, 100%. It's on the 30th.
Oh,
Big
keen to
4-0.
learn another battle.
Okay. Big 4-0, but it's alright. I'll do you a little song. Get your if you get your request in early, I can practice. So where am I going? I'm guessing I've got to come over here, haven't I? Some way. I just don't trust dropping off here. I don't think it gave me... Oh, okay. No, I can just keep going. Yes, okay. So this is somewhere I've been before. Oh, I know where it's taken me. Back in with the grafted, whatchamacallit. Okay. Well, I don't know if now is the right time to fight him, but I'm going to in a second. It's just a heinous fight that I really don't enjoy. He's one of the screamers. I'm a streamer, he's a screamer. And then there's that guy in there. The wolves back. Oh yeah, they probably are. Probably shouldn't have done that. I'll take the runes though. Yeah, so I think the Halig Trees thing's quite interesting, to be fair. And hopefully, like we were saying, that will be one of the things that's explored in more depth. Fool! The whole story of Miquella and Malenia is kind of a slay. It's very sad in a way. You're presuming Miquella will hate us, considering we killed his sister. Miquella could potentially be the final boss. That's also very plausible, mate. That's also very plausible. Now, it's hard. It's hard because we're supposed to be in some way following Miquella's footsteps, which means we probably will come into contact with him. This is why I'm making this character. Do you get me? This is why I'm making a second character and not doing certain things, because although I'm completely blissfully unaware how the DLCs from From Software work, I would be interested in seeing how that works, you know? Just how that whole dynamic is going to work, because you're so right. If we offed his sister, then surely he's not going to be the most happy with us. Yeah. But then there is the other thought. Malenia has bloomed before. She calls it a defeat, and we can get her remembrance and stuff, which kind of does mean she's been offed, doesn't it? Oh, I don't know. There's just a lot to unpack. There really is a lot to unpack with it. I would also not put it past them to bring Malenia back in some sense. An apparition of her, perhaps. Maybe a form of Malenia that Miquella comes out and it's just like almost similar to what Rani does with Renala. Maybe we in some way have to face them both. Don't know. She's either way, we know in the lands between she's been offed if we fight her. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know what to say. There is just so much. So, Malenia, when she blooms, she becomes the goddess of rot. Right? I'm pretty sure it's said that I think there are supposed to be 3 blooms. We know of one. And we know of another one, so we know of 2. In the beginning of the game, and what formed the wasteland of Caelid was Malenia. So, when her and Radahn fought, yeah? Now, there's also the sisters of Malenia, which aren't necessarily 100% sisters as such, but they are an offshoot of Caelid being created. Millicent and all of her other sisters, the ones that are supposed to become Scarlet Valkyries. Hey, Lizzie! You're right, Shug. Yeah, so, yeah, Lizzie babes, it was so good to have a little chat and a hug. 1000%, 1000%. I'm just gutted I couldn't stay for longer, to be honest, but I think we'll be back. And I had such a good time at Bolter. I kind of just got caught up in it, you know? 100%, but it was so nice to see you as well. I hope you're doing well. Oh, my favourite item in the game. Do you want to see why? This is my favourite. My absolute favourite. It's pretty useless. Depends what you quantify as useless, though. Let me get rid of these. 1 second. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Give me Marika's Mimic Veil. This is my favourite thing in the game. I don't care what anyone says, because you can become an inanimate object. I am simply not here. Look, I am but a board. How dare you come my way and insinuate I am anything but a simple arrangement of planks? How dare you? Disgusting. You're still so bolted. Did she go hard? Did she go hard? Ooh, bolted out. Genuinely, I have to be so well behaved when I go to festivals, honey, because I just ruin myself. Absolutely ruin myself. And I mean, it's kind of part of the territory, but at the same time, I can't hack it anymore. I literally can't hack it anymore. I was gonna say, how was it? Well received. I'm sure they loved you there, babes. I'm sure they absolutely loved you. So my partner Jack comes and watches some of your streams as well when he's getting ready for work and that sometimes in the mornings. He's like, I love how fast it is. And I'm like, yeah, Lizzie do be popping off with that vibe. I love it. Oh, thank you, darling. Just a little soft smoky eye, you know, something for going to the shops. Now, I am on it. This is my second playthrough on this game because there's so much I missed. So much my list. And much love to you, baby. I hope if you're around, you can stick around for a little bit whilst I try and get through this game. It is so beautiful, but absolutely terrifying at the same time. Have you played any of the FromSoft games and that, Lizzie? I call you Lizzie, babes. That's just how it is. Unless you'd rather me call you something else. I'm all ears. Apart from the legs. Their legs. What's down here? I've been down here. Now, if I'm correct, this happened to me the last time I did this. I need to get by the ramparts. I need to get back, but... no. Okay, it's fine. Maybe I'll drop off here. There's an item down there, but I don't know if I'll survive it. I kind of need to get down on the lower part and head towards the gate. Just getting ready for a house party and doing your face. Yes, girl! Work, diva. Work. I love to see it. I love to see it. House parties. Damn. I love a good house party. I do. I don't really... The thing is I need to learn to drive, honey, because I'd love to come down and come with you and come and stay with you and that. Just since my op and that, I'm literally... I struggle like a little old lady. I'm getting there with it all, but I'm currently going through the rigmarole of trying to get a car sorted because if I could drive, I could be down in Bristol in 2 hours. But I'm quite a sizable doll, and with that comes sizable clothing, and generally just a lot. Boom! Right, okay. Boom, babe. All of it. I'm quite a sizable doll, and obviously with that comes sizable luggage, and I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm always carrying so much stuff everywhere I go, to the point where it's almost obscene, and that's difficult enough when you've got working legs. So I'm currently in the rigmarole of trying to sort out a car so I can just have a bit more freedom, make life a bit easier. I can't even get to a supermarket locally, babes. I literally can't even get to a supermarket locally without having to rely on someone to drive me there. It's wild. So hopefully in the not too far future, I'll be able to come down and visit you and all the lovely Bristolian peeps who are all just so nice. I love me a bit of Bristol. Maybe one day I'll consider moving a bit closer and doing all that, but I just can't do cities, babe. I literally can't do it. I'm a country bumpkin at heart. Let me bumpkin in the country. All pronouns are good. Awesome. Awesome, so awesome. I'm lost. I'm not gonna lie, I'm lost. I need to find my way. Oh god, not the dogs. They're munch nom nomming on all that heinous stuff. Okay. Bugger off! I'm the only rock goblin. How dare you? Yes. So, this adventure is wild. I need a personal chauffeur and a PA. I'm so glad you see me. I'm so glad you see me, my darling. I literally do need a PA and a personal chauffeur. But as we know in this country, honey, the drag I know it's the same abroad, and it's the same in a lot of other places as well, but the thing with drag is opportunity comes few and far between, and even then the pay isn't amazing, but you know, beggars can't be choosers in this economy. Tim, what do I do for work? So, I am a freelance hair and makeup artist. I also am a drag queen. So basically anything creative, and I also do this, although this is more of a passion project, so to speak. But yes, I am a creative through and through. I spent over a decade of my life working in hair salons. This is going to be heinous, I'm just going to have to run through. Yeah, I spent over a decade of my life working in hair salons. Okay, let me just get back through here. There's a site of grace somewhere. Yes. Dang, boys be popping off. Go to lip sync song. Genuinely, I'm more of a host. Like, more of an MC kind of thing. But, ooh. I've only ever done one competition. And it only had one heat. I won the heat. But I did a remix of it's actually a remix of it's so cliche now, but this was a long time ago. I did Creep by Radiohead, but it was the postmodern jukebox version. So it was like a swing version. That's one that I know like the back of my hand. How many hours of small talk you've had to make to be in a hair salon over 10 years? Oh, baby, I tell you. I tell you. I am right at home in a room full of middle-aged women who need their hair curled. But yeah, among other things, I sing live as well. I'm a bit more rusty these days, as you know. Can't have it all. But I do sing live as well. Where I just wish I could do more of it. The thing is, when I was in Birmingham, this is years ago now, this is like 5 or 6 years ago, but when I was in Birmingham I used to do a hell of a lot more, and it was more accessible, you know. But as I was saying, like the reasons why I struggle with mobility, etc., and accessibility of those kind of things, because I can't drive, and it's been a recurring theme in my life. So, following having the reconstructive surgery on my hip that I had at the end of last year, I'm trying to move forward now and make life more accessible. Trains are getting so expensive, and do you know what? They also are really not accommodating for people with mobility needs. Not always. So, hear this. Bear with me whilst I take my anger out on the patriarchy on this bird. So, coming back from Boomtown last year, not last year, 2 years ago now, I turned up at my local train station, and because it was past 5 o'clock, the lift was broken, and there's like 2 flights of stairs, big stairs, that I had to struggle to get all my stuff down. Luckily there was a young girl on the site. She was tiny as well. I felt awful for her. That helped me get all my stuff down. But it's just not considered where I live. Like the fact that I live less than 15-minute walk away from the town centre, and there's not an accessible supermarket, is wild to me. Absolutely wild. For anyone else, you know, the idea of going to get your shopping and it taking you an hour round trip and whatever, you know, you could probably do that as part of your day. But with my arthritis and everything considered, for me, that in itself is a full day activity, and that will really ruin me for the rest of the day. But yes, anyway, enough about that. Woe is me, la-di-da. It's just a bit of a ball ache. So, I'm trying to make the world work for me now. And that's it. I think you do get to a certain place in life and you have absolutely no option. Same goes with drag, same goes with work. I'm in a position where if it don't work for me or serve me, I fully can't even consider it, you know? It's just how it is. And I think that goes the same for everyone. So to everyone who's out there having a situation in life where you're just like, you know, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can physically handle this. I don't think I can mentally keep doing this and exist. Like, just know that there's support out there for you. Like, there always is. Be it through people who you know, be it through your doctors or medical professionals. There's always support that means that you can take the time to figure out how to make the world around you work for you. It's an outdated and horrible idea perpetuated by the older generation mostly. I do apologise because I would hate to generalise. I know that's not 100% the case. That you have to live and work your arse off. You have to work yourself to the bone and be depressed or your life isn't worth anything. And I will tell you 100% that is not true. That is categorically not true. All right? Life is what you make of it. And without further ado, let's go and hand Godric some arse, shall we? I don't even know if this is Godric. I think it's a misbegotten. But either way, we're going to go fight. Down with the patriarchy! Yep, here we go. Boss fight. Are you ready? I'm completely seen. Mwah. Come on then, Godric.
Mighty dragon. Thou art a true born heir.
All of the other demigods think this guy's a fool.
O kindred, deliver me unto greater heights.
Well. Don't say I didn't rest in the grave. Who are you calling lowly?
Plain as a lord.
Too many arms. Too many arms. Too many arms. We need some more legs in here. We need some more legs. Too many arms. Too many arms.
I am the lord of all that is golden.
You ain't nothing. You're a pass around fisting bottom. Look at all them arms. Come at me. Right, everybody, reactions in the chat. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, down!
Even to grab.
Well, let's just say, Lizzie, my darling, Boom, my darling, at the end of the day, you learn to deal with the heinous ragging that you get from heinous games. From people like this, that's what you learn. But I think that definitely working in anything, be that hospitality or anything where you are directly kind of linked with a member of the general public, you never know what you're going to get, and you have to be prepared for it. But also with that, you learn a lot of mechanisms for dealing with people. And I think that that's kind of, basically, that's where Kirk and everyone from Dubtendo kind of knows me from. So that has set me up, definitely, for what I do in drag. Okay? And for what I do here as well, because you have to consider everything and everyone. And living in a small Welsh town, being the only thing that people see as a gay thing, can be a good and a bad thing. Ah! Come on. Come on! Ah! Damn. Come on. No. Right, let's get some distance. Come on, pal. I'm having you this time. Second phase, you ready? Yeah, so... So... it can be a good thing, and it can be a bad thing.
Truest of dragons.
And this is a bad thing.
Thy strength.
Well, well, well. Right. Come on. I've got this. I think. No! Yes! Get that bleed! Come on. Oh, it's my last flask. Oh, no, no, no. Right, it's now or never. Yeah!
I am the Lord.
Yes!
Of
Oh!
all that is golden. And
Look,
one day
I've got no health.
we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
Guys. Guys. Well. Well, well, well. The way that my heart has started going. This is the thing with this game. It really does set your cholesterol, your blood pressure, all of it going. Dang. Dang. Everybody, reactions in the chat right now. Thank you, Neil. I feel like Nicki Minaj. Raven! Raven! Right. Well, well, well. It almost gave me a heart attack. Oh, I can level up now. So, dexterity and arcane. Arcane, dexterity. Not intelligence. Arcane, dex. Yeah, we'll stick at that for now. I'm okay on vigor, to be honest. Yeah, awesome. So arcane makes the bleed procure faster, and dexterity is good for the weapon I'm currently using. Flasks, have I got anything else? No. Okay. Wow, that is it. Lost Grace discovered feels like me at the end of every night. 100%. 100%. Now, Grace... The whole idea of the guidance of Grace in this game is wild. It is kind of interesting. There's a lot to unpack with that. I can't remember what's in here. Should we find out? Yeah. I think there are still 1 or 2 bits to be done in Stormvale. But maybe we'll head to activate the Great Rune. I'm going to use his remembrance for runes as well. But yeah, grace restored. Ah. So his throne is here. Okay. So we've also once again got these guys with the trees. These guys with their trees and their flowers looking absolutely gorge. Now where are we going? Left or right or right or left? Left or right or right or left? Left or right or... Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light? What's down here? Go on. Go on. You gonna fight me? Or is this just simply an empty room? Oh, I know where we're going. Oh, okay. I don't know if this is the best choice right now, but let's give it a go. Ooh, Gandalf being transphobic. You shall not pass! Shabriri grapes for Hyetta. Maiden, dear maiden, where are you? Please, take my grape. No, I don't want to. Well, I already have. Hi, I'm your maiden. Maiden China. Yes. So does this take us out of Stormvale then? Right. Well, well, well. There she is. Okay, so now we're in Liurnia. And Hyetta, Irith even, is literally there waiting for me to chat to her. Let's talk to her before I go to the Grace, because otherwise, yeah.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's me, darling.
Would you donate any Shabriri grapes in your possession to me?
Of course.
I'm on a pilgrimage in search of the distant light. And when I eat one of those grapes, I can feel the light in the back of my eyes.
Have me Shabriri grape, honey.
Oh, many thanks to you.
It's actually an
Now I can
eyeball.
feel the distant light once more. You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
Do you know what? All the single straight men out there, I know you love Soulsborne games. I know you love that. But if you find a wandering maiden and she asks you for an eyeball, maybe reconsider. As you wish, exactly.
You are most kind, and may the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
Love that. Right. Here we go. Mesmer, my beloved boy, bereft of light. Mesmer the Impaler. I just find it so funny that they so Bandai Namco, one of the enemies for the DLC that they've put out is called Mesmer, and they put out the collector's edition with a statue of him, and it's just so funny because it said, and I quote, "Help yourself to 18 inches of Mesmer the Impaler." Snaps. That is promotional material, darlings. So now what we're going to do is we're going to head all the way over here, but that does mean I need to go back to Stormvale. That is the Divine Tower wherein we can unlock the power of Godric's Great Rune. Yeah, the collector's edition of the game is £230. That's wild. I don't know if I'll be doing all of that. That is for sure. Rampart Tower, is it? Yeah, the statue of Mesmer is amazing. 100%. So that's where Godric is. Oh, if I'm correct, I do need to go to Rampart Tower and figure it out from there. I remember doing this last time. There's kind of a bit of a roundabout way you've got to figure it out, because you can't access that bridge from outside of Stormvale. Yes. The statue does look amazing. I just screamed at "help yourself to 18 inches of Mesmer the Impaler." Like, okay, tell me you know your audience without telling me that you know your audience. Just double checking on the Twitch chat just to make sure I'm still there. I've got one person over on Twitch. Love it. Hello, darling. Hello, creeper. Welcome. You're my favourite creeper, you are. They're also doing a video competition. You can win a life-size statue of Mesmer. Where on earth would one put a life-size statue? What is it? Wait. It's life-size. What? What? I'm sure by actual people proportions, he's got to be 7-8 feet tall. Surely. What a light... So they're doing a video competition so you can win a life-size statue of Mesmer the Impaler. well. Just so you know, I don't think I'll be entering. I don't know how, but I get a feeling that I might not be entering that one. I have no clue where I would keep it, for one. Right, it won't come down here, hopefully. Yeah, you stay up there, girly. You stay up there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is come over. Oh. Behave. Alright, behave. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no. No, 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 no. Boys, don't worry. Don't worry, lads. I'm just a statue. I'm but a suit of armour. We are brothers now. Sisters? Sisters? Mother, wouldst thou truly goblin sanction? In one, so bereft of light. Oh, okay. You're doing all of that. Ah! Rude! In one so bereft of cash. Goblinda, wouldst thou truly slice the night up? It's one so bereft of cash. Wow, that could be inferred in many ways. Okay, so I need to find a way down to the main courtyard. It's not down here. I thought I was going the right way, but clearly I wasn't. So we will figure it out. We will. Somehow. Yes. That way? Any ladders over here? Any ways out? No, there aren't. So we'll carry on. Back the way we was going, I guess. And then over to the left. I mean, the whole idea of, I don't know, there was another video I watched that was saying that Mesmer and Mikkel are heavily, like, close in some way. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. So, Tim, what I think, my darling, on that one. Also, more Godwin in the DLC, please. Yes, please. But as far as that one goes, the whole Godwin's corpse being under Stormvale and being in the Deeproot Depths, I think that possibly it might just be some kind of manifestation from the people who live here or something. I don't know. It's very much unexplained, that one, my darling. Very much so, because... Now, forgive me if I'm wrong, but we know that when the Black Knives did the whole Night of the Black Knives, right? They assailed Lane Dell. You with me? So they assailed Lane Dell. They didn't assail the Deeproot Depths. So my thought is that where they buried Godwin? Yeah, let's just do it. You know, is that where they buried him? Did they keep him under Stormvale for some time? It's a confusing one. Iron Wet Blade. Is there a ladder here or something? No. Yeah, so you're on about down there, aren't you? So down under there, there is like a corpse of Godwin. Yeah, it looks very strange, doesn't it? It almost is reminiscent of like a Hydra. Weird skull with a huge mouth. Really weird. Really weird. But I do think we'll hopefully be able to learn something more about Godwin with what we have coming. Because as we know, Miquella was trying to, in some way, save Godwin. I think it's from his sword, from the Miquellan Knight's sword. It says something about like, oh brother, Lord brother, please die of full death. And there's a whole Church of the Eclipse and stuff. I will pre-order it. I'm waiting for my next bit of money to come through, to be honest, and then I will be pre-ordering it. So it will be happening. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. I will be playing it. But I'll probably play that with my mage character. It's about level 160. Also, because that's like quite a heavy faith build, and I think that faith might be something that will help us out in the DLC. Plus, I'm just a bit more used to doing that. And part of my plan with doing this right here and making this build was to approach the game now from a different angle and a different perspective, so that when I get back to my mage character, I'm like ready and raring to use it to its full capacity. Have you pre-ordered it? And if you have pre-ordered it, Tim, I don't know if I asked you the other day, my darling, but what builds have you got? Did you say that you had a strength build you're taking? Guys, I'm just trying to come on through, you know? Darn. You pre-ordered it as soon as it came out. Yeah. Well, this is what I was on about. You're going in with a level 160 Arcane build. Awesome. Awesome. So a similar level to my other one. 35 quid for basically a whole game's worth of content in these days, in this economy, is really good. Hand of Malenia weapon and Godskin Peeler. I was considering getting my hands on Malenia's weapon for this build. We shall see. He's got runes. He's got gold in his eyes, so I know he's got more runes than a normal enemy. I'll be having it. Damn. Well, yeah, that was my thing. I really want to give, what do you call it? I really want to give the waterfowl dance a try for me, because to be quite honest, I feel like anyone who fought Malenia is aware of how absolutely baller it is, but also probably want to go themselves. I want to go. Right, I'm trying to get to this Divine Tower, which is, I know it's over that way. I think he fell. Oh dear, I think he fell. Isn't that a shame? So yeah, I'm thinking this build is going to be Dexterity Arcane, Heavy Bleed, Quick Moves. I was going to say, some people are incredible. The way that they can actually dodge it, it's just alien to me. I will be honest with you. I did not, could not, shall not, would not dodge it. Am I going to make this if I drop down? I want to go that way. I think I did this before and survived. Yeah, I did. Okay. So now I should be able to sneak up on all those guys down there, to be honest. Which would probably be a good plan. But let's just check that I haven't missed anything around here. So I'm headed for that door. That's what I'm headed for. That's it. I forget about the rainbow stone. I should probably have some of them just equipped. I've only got one anyway. I'll be alright. If I need it, I can grab it. Okay, so down here. Yeah. I think we can go down this way. Right. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, this is going to be a moment. I forget there's a wolf outside as well. Right. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes. Yes! Divine Tower, baby. So you, the whole dodging the waterfowl dance thing, I think it's nigh on impossible, I must be honest. Because I tried it over and over as well, my darling, and I see people like Let Me Solo Her. Have you watched him play in Melania? And some of these people who can do like a level 1 playthrough and still like absolutely manage to dodge all of it as a wretch. I'm like, what? What is that all about? So, I don't think I'm going to want anything from this, so I'm going to use it. He's a fool anyway. You can always duplicate them anyway, so it's fine. Let's just get some extra levels in while I'm here. Yeah, I tried it. You've got to dodge forwards into the Eye of the Storm and then backwards. It's just like, what? And it's so precise. Borderline psychotic, my darling, if you were to ask me. Okay, I need to get my vigor up. Last thing I leveled was Dex and Arcane. But if I put my vigor up this time and Arcane, that'll be all good. Because when I get that bleed damage, I do a hell of a lot of damage. It just takes a bit of time getting there. Yeah, I've never got it either. Never got it. I think that Melania is the one boss that I fought the most. And that the only reason I managed to do it and not get raged out was I did it towards the end of a stream, came back to it, and I looked at the whole experience as she was my teacher, I was her student. You know? She was my student. So, I was her student even. So for me, that was my key to getting through it and not getting too raged out. Oh, there's an arrow guy as well. Oh, yes. Yes, got one. There's 3 of them. Damn, boys. Miyazaki said some of the DLC bosses will be as bad as Melania. Yeah, I heard that as well. And you know what? Bring it on. Yes. Okay. The Golem's halberd. It's something. Reckon Mesmer's going to be a nasty fight, 100%. I have a feeling that he's going to split off and then there's going to be him and Snake to deal with. Or possibly him and dual snakes to deal with. I can see that very much. Hi, sir. You're right, Neil, babes. How you doing, my darling? So, on my first playthrough, I just ran through there and didn't even fight them. Keeping up. We love to see it, babes. Love to see it. Let's travel to the Divine Tawaj. One of them's got a god skin in front of it. Is it the Kaled one? Possibly. I think so. So... I think that as well. I think that the whole Mesmer fight will be a moment, but if I'm correct, they don't necessarily always give away their biggest and best bosses. They usually save those to be discovered in game. So though I think he's definitely crucial in some way to what we can do in the Lands of Shadow, I don't know if he's going to be the... What's the word for it? The pinnacle, the final boss, whatever you want to say. You know, I don't think he's going to be the final boss, but, wait. What is on here, then? There's a lot of birds. If it's just heinous birds, I'm not interested, but... There's quite a lot of bridge here, isn't there? Okay. Okay, it is heinous birds. I'm like, do I go for this, or... I mean, there's stuff to be found. I didn't come up here last time. I didn't even turn around. Okay. There's 2 of you here. Yeah, I'll agree there, Tim. So I think that 100% Mesmer is America's San. I feel like whatever she did in the Lands of Shadow, she ain't proud of. And I don't think her order in some way would be proud of it. Which is why there's part of me again that does think that possibly she could have been an omen, or she could have had an aspect of an omen in her. Or if not an omen, something to do with the Crucible. You get me? Because there's this whole thing, like, the fact that she literally locks her own little uns under the ground. You know, because they have aspects of this Crucible, and they are her children. To me, that's kind of a bit damning that she may have had contact with it in some way. You know? because it's become disconnected from the lands between. It's not a different place. It used to be a part of this world we inhabit. I am a major, right? I am a major speculator that it's about here. I feel like it might be under the water here, where the Divine Towers will link up. It is a very tragic story, and I did touch on this on one of my lore streams, that I feel like a lot of the narrative being told about the Omen children is heavily inspired by Queen Elizabeth II's cousins. And if you don't know about that, then have a little look. And that's one part of the story that I'm like, George R.R. Martin, eh? Very tragic, but so incredibly done. So incredibly done. Here we bleeding giggity go. Your finger. Let me read your finger. Horrendous. So, do you know what I also thought about there? There wasn't just the two sisters. There was a third who was shunned and sent away, where he got caught up with Flartsy with an N. He got caught up with them and died as a result of it. So, once again, Mesmer coded. Yes, Tim! Yes! Exactly. Exactly. So by that, maybe Mesmer was pro-Marika. But maybe he became pro-Omen. I don't know. But it's thought-provoking, right? It really is thought-provoking. I'm glad you get me! Very thought-provoking. Well, 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 here we are. Godric's Great Rune. Let me just equip this, because I always forget how to do it. I think it's at Grace, isn't it? Oh, I'm so ready for my feed to just be absolutely destroyed with everyone popping off about Elden Ring lore. Like, I'm into it. I really am ready. Let me just check on something 1 second. Right, everybody, what I'm going to do then is we will hold that thought, my darling. We're going to go on a very short little comfort break. Yes, we are. So get yourself refreshed, fresh beverages and all that stuff. And Tim, I'm enjoying this chat about Elden Ring, pal. Any more random lore speculations? Anything that you... I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Ah, here's a question for you that I'll leave you on, my darling. What do you think about the Glowmide Queen? Who do you think is the Glowmide Queen? And what's going on with the Godskins, alright? I will be right back. I'm back in the house. Yes, I am. I am back in the house. Hello. Hope you had a nice little break. And you're feeling revivified. Oh, reinvigorated. Oh, you have drank the celestial dew and recanted your aggressions. Or now, it is time. Crack on with the rest of today's stream. Welcome back, Queen. Tens across the board. Little shout out to the two I've got with me active in my chat at the moment. Hello, Tim. Hello, Neil. And hello to you. Yes, you. Creeping in the background. I can see you. I can smell you. And you smell like roses. Yes, you do. Are you ready? Right. Let's Be Avenue. It's the address of the Popo. Number 41, Let's Be Avenue. Right. Let's blimmin' go, shall we? So, feeling good? Feeling good? We got one of the main bosses down and activated the Great Rune. Now, genuinely, I'm not sure what to do with myself at this point. There are caves in Limgrave that could do with a plunder. There is Caelid that could do with an explore. We haven't even been to the swamp yet. You know what? Yeah, let's head back this way for a little meander. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So I was just looking at one of the Facebook communities that I'm in, Tarnished posting on Facebook, and somebody said, all too rightly, I think it's quite a serve to be honest, Happy Pride Month to Marika and Radagon, gender fluid god queen, king, love it. Absolutely love it. But when I tell you the discourse beneath it, and I'm just like, imagine playing a game with so many nuances and so many stories which include like gender fluidity, queerness, like multiple personalities, all this stuff, and being homophobic. Imagine.
If you are wise, you will leave immediately.
Happy Pride Month, Radika. Yes. Madagon. Love Radika and Madagon. I do. So yeah, Glowmide Queen. She is something that I hope very dearly that we actually get some more information about, because the whole situation around her defeat, it's never stated that she died, her defeat is quite interesting. Wait till morning. Yeah, it's quite interesting. So there's only a few items in the game we can really kind of get information about her from. Have you got anything else to say, Millie?
If you are wise, my flesh writhes with...
Okay. So let's have a little look here. Have we got a map fragment visible? No, we have not. So let's come out here and just follow the road around. We could head down to Castle Redmane, actually, as a part of that, to open this part of the map. Yeah, let's do it. I think that's kind of the route we're taking anyway. But yeah, so there's a lot about her that I'm interested in. I hope we do get some more stuff about the Glowmide Queen in the DLC. I certainly do. This whole area I do most dislike. Not Caelid. So my answer to that question would be, it depends really on what you're asking. What is my favourite area in regards to blank? Because aesthetically, Caelid is beautiful. Aesthetically, Caelid and the Eternal Cities are absolutely stunning. However, I would not and could not ever say that Caelid is my favourite place in the game, because it is actually a pain. Oh god, here we go. Ugh. Ah! Which area do I find most difficult? I'd say probably the two most difficult to navigate areas are Caelid and Farum. Farum can be quite beef, especially when you first go there and you're not very familiar with it. Farum I find to be quite a stretch. Like, everything's just very strong up there, and I mean, it is one of the most later game areas. However, another one to go on the list of beauty would have to be map fragment. Another one to go on the list of beauty would have to be Elfile and the Halig tree. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Right, okay, I'm going to go and give him what for, because that was unceremonious. Totally unceremonious. And I feel like I need atonement. These guys in here don't make it easy to get through here either. How about you? If you've played this game, which is your favourite and least favourite area? Which is a hard question, because I feel like some of the more challenging areas are kind of the best in the game. So it's a loaded question. Right, let's give you what for, shall we? A-hole! Lake of Rot and Deep Root Depths. I will say Deep Root is another one that has a lot of really tanky enemies. Really tanky enemies. I'd say aesthetically, for what it's trying to say, for what Deep Root Depths is trying to say, with the milky water and all the thorns and all that, I think that it's aesthetically really, really cool. But would I say it's like beautiful in a way? Not to me, but as we know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder and subjective. So, you know. Lake of Rot, I must say, there's something really quite beautiful about the Lake of Rot as well. Just all that red. I like the colour red. I don't know if you're guessing. All that red, there's something really nice about that. But I dislike all of the little salamanders that come out at you. Dislike them. Hard dislike. Not for me. Sorry. No, I don't think so. No Lake of Rot for me. Right, come on then. Right, okay, this Bloodhound Knight, I'm gonna have him. Yeah, it's beautiful, but it's the salamanders for me. Ruin it. Ugh. Damn. Ash of War is too slow. Damn. So you were saying that the rumor is that the Lion Dancer boss in the DLC is a Deathblight boss, and there is likely a Deathblight swamp. And you know what? I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them. Whatever it is, whatever that little Lion Dancer guy is, that's going to be a fight. You can see in the DLC gameplay trailer that there's a major like coliseum around it, like a big arena for it. So we shall see. So my little heinous mage is going to go in there and do what they can. Right, I'm going to have him. I keep getting rather close. I do keep getting rather close, so I'm going to have him. Oh yeah, I bet a Deathblight... I wonder what a Deathblight swamp looks like. Wouldn't it be like black? I don't know. This damn place, you know, it really is a slog going anywhere in Caelid. Yeah, that's got to be some kind of Omen Lion god, isn't it? Or something. Not even god, but like Omen Lion enemy. I don't know why I've decided to just come here and get absolutely mullered by this guy. Wow. Well, Boyo is handing my ass to me. Like, that is 1000% for sure. Oh, I'm thinking maybe I'll go and get my map fragment and then possibly come back. I don't know, or possibly not. I'll come back definitely at some point to just double check that all's going good. Hello, Twitch, by the way. Hi, I see you. Genuinely, so last night was first time coming on Twitch and streaming, and it was kind of sad because the second I was like, right, okay, that's enough for today. Somebody sent me a message, and I was like, oh my gosh, no! I was like, not now. Like, where you been all my life? And she called me beautiful, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna weeping into my Darjeeling. Because I'm British, you know, and we drink Darjeeling, yes. And Lapsang Souchong, yes. And we go, oh, oh, good sir, oh, good sir. Oh, yes. Oh, good madam, good sir, good madam. Oh, yes. A cup of tea and a biscuit. Right, no, I'm having him. Come out from behind your wall. Oh, I forgot bloody Slash uses my blood. Okay. Oh no! Ugh. Closer and closer each time. Dang, so these Bloodhound Knights, they do bleed damage. Is that the claw or is that the Bloodhound Fang? I'm not sure. If it's the Bloodhound Fang, I wouldn't mind getting my hands on one of them, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure where it is. If I'm correct, it's kind of near the beginning of the game. Do you get it from an Everjail? Possibly. That could be something we could have a go at as well. I do like the Everjails. The Everjails are my bag, you know? They really are my bag. I love to just go into a little closed off area where you can just fight it out. Right. I'm getting so close on this one. We're doing this, everybody. And why have I chosen this hill to die upon? Because I can. It's just a little... It's not even like a field boss. It's just a Bloodhound Fang. Hey, Bloodhound. How's it fanging? Get it? Bad. Waffle. Right, okay. Come on, magey boys. Come on. Are you of the Magian persuasion? Ugh. I need to remember that it uses blood. It uses health, the bloody slash. I'm being passed around like Jeffrey Moran at a barbecue. You know what? I'm out. I'm out. I've got my runes. I'm out. Out of here. Don't say he'll follow me. No, I'm not having the sheep come for me and all. Okay. Yeah, a Deathblight Swamp. I think that's going to be a moment. I would like to see a Sleep Swamp as well. Just because, purple. Damn. Okay. So I kind of want to go down a level almost. Just thinking, is it worth... Okay, if I go to Celia Crystal Tunnel, that'll bring me out in the swamp, won't it? So let's do that. Let's do that. So yeah, Tim. What do you think about this whole Glow-Eyed Queen being Malika thing? Not Malika, Melina. There's so many names, and they're all so similar. What do you think about the Glow-Eyed Queen being Melina? Bloodhound Fang is at Forlorn Hound Everjail. Noted. I'm gonna guess that that's an Everjail thing. Right, okay, maybe we'll pick some Everjails off as well. Hello, Tilty. How are you doing, my darling? Welcome back. I know I'm unseasonable at the moment, but I'm going to get back to streaming more in the week. I just thought, I've got nothing on this weekend. Let's come on here and have a little razz. So... yeah. I will do some other jails, I think, in a bit. I just thought, let's come for a little razzle-dazzle down here. Ideally, I want to find the map fragment, which would be in yonder area to the left. So let's head that way. So I've defeated Godric in Stormvale. He is a bit of a Stormvale hassle, isn't he? Get it? Ha! Get it? I will be quiet now. Okay, awesome. Okay. All good in the hood with a good word, as it should would. Right. There's a grace around here, isn't there? I know there is. I'm not sure where, but there is. Runart. Sacramental bird. And a smithy stone. I know there's a grace around here somewhere. I'm looking for the glint of grace in the back of my eyes. All those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Mesmer's flame. Oh. I don't know why, that's just been stuck in my head all day. Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light? There we go. We can pop and see the merchant. Alright, pal, I'll be back in a second to see you. Don't you worry. Here you are. Lovely. Lovely that. That's lovely, that is. Right, a golden rune. Let's go and see our friend just down here, shall we? I think he's angry with me in my other playthrough, you know. I may have to drink the Celestial Dew and recant my aggressions. Right, there's also a church up in front of me, so we'll check that out too.
Buying or selling?
I'll take your stone sword, will I? Oh no, hold on, what we got? Crackpot. Champion's pauldron and bracelets. This is all the stuff that Nefeli wears, if I'm correct, who we haven't seen yet. Champion headband, stone sword. I'll take it because I used one that I already had, so I'll do that. Thank you, sir. Onwards and upwards and upwards and leftwards and rightwards and onwards. Right, is this a ruin or a church? Is this the dragon one? I'm gonna have you. The thing is even though I've managed to get myself to level 40, Caelid is still a beast. Yet again, it is always a bit of a beast in this game. They really have done a good job of still... You can feel like you get 10 steps ahead, and then all of a sudden it's like, you really thought on this day. So, you know, I'll get there. I was trying to fight one of the Bloodhound Fang Knights, and I do not have the source for that. I really don't. So I abandoned my golden flesh. I mean, my flesh is like sickly, sickly pale. I abandoned my gothic wig so I can go to the land of shadow. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go into the DLC and Mikkela's gonna be there and be like, "Alright, Bat. Alright, pal, how's it going? I'm off to the land of shadow. I had to divest myself of my flesh. And now I've been and done that. I'm all good. I can go to the lands of shadow now." That was a big dragon, that was. I would not like to fight that. So someone said a grace. A grace? There's a grace inside. That there is. Right, yes, we'll have this. So, yes. Can I level up? No. I lost me runes fighting him, didn't I? What a fool. Let's just do this. Let's go and give this boy a slice of what he needs. Where are you? You having them? Now, Knight of Dragon Company Whomst. What's that? Ancient Dragon Apostle Cookbook. I can hear you. Where's he gone? Where's the boy gone? That's usually my plan, Tilty. Aha. Eat it. Boo-boo, the fool. Fool. You not drop anything? Nothing for me? Okay. Got him, though. Let's just have a gander in here, then. Is there anything for me? I do want to get the seal for this lot, actually, but I don't think it's here, so just double check my whole situation. No. Nothing else for me to see here. Ooh. There's another one round the corner. Right. Well, I can't do that yet anyway, even if I wanted to. This is a stunning little church, though, isn't it? Big old yeeted dragon. Right, if there's another one round the corner, I'm gonna have him. Is there another one round? I'll fight him. That's it. If he's around here, though, then I can't be too far off, eh? So stunning. It's just nice taking it all in. Who's that down there? I don't think that's who I'm looking for, but I was like, who is that person? Are they an NPC? Or I doubt they are, because I don't remember them. So, by the cliff edge, apparently. Right, let's go back on myself over that way then. That's a dragoon. Let's just survey this whole little plateau. Let's have an Altus Gatto. If I go over there, a giant will come and snatch my wig. Hello? Aha! I found you! Bad move. Come on. Yes! Eat it, biatch. Eat it. Just eat it. Grab yourself an egg and beat it. What else we got? Anything here? And he didn't drop me a seal. So upsetting. That's just so upsetting. I might have to just weep. I might have to just weep. Okay. Let's just have a little rest at the Grace. I think this might be an item I have to farm for. In which case, I'm here. So I could do some of that. Right. I don't think I got it in my old playthrough, so I think that is a possibility that I'm going to have to farm for this. You been to a pub quiz? Nice one. Did you win? Were there any Elden Ring topics in your pub quiz? There should have been. Right, hold your horses then. I think it might be a farming moment. Which is good. I need to kind of get back into the combat of it all, so I have also got some of these. Let's just give it a go. There was Elden Ring questions in both quizzes. That's sick. Love that. What kind of pub quiz are you doing? I know he's around here somewhere. Let's do it. Waiting. I'm waiting for him. Here we go. Eat it. Okay, no drop for me, but... Okay, there's 2 of them. What were the questions? What were the questions in that pub quiz then? That sounds fierce. Because I don't know any pub quizzes that are asking about Elden Ring. No! Have it! Please, 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 please. Oh! Oh! Weeping. Absolutely weeping. You know what? I'm going to get this seal. I am going to get this seal. I'm going to farm away. Alright? Because that's an element of gameplay that we should start getting into now. I feel like once I've got a seal, and I can start getting some other bits together, I'll be in good stead, my darling. And at the end of the day, leveling up. It's all good. Right, where is this knight now then? Here we go. You're in the winning team for both quizzes, no Elden Ring questions. Well, if there were, you'd have been in the winning quiz for both of them anyway, so... work. Well done. I haven't done a good pub quiz in ages. Might have to start doing it, you know. Right, come on then, lad. Whilst I've got me white... Whilst I've got me foul foot on, please. I would like the seal. Oh, it ran out. Okay. I repeat, I will get this dragon seal. Not from this guy. Right, back to it. Got this. Come on. Come on. If I don't mind if it uses all the foul feet. I really do not mind. What I would like is just for it to work. Nope. On to the next one. The one that the Dragon Communion seal. I might even be wasting my time, but I know they've got it. Right, maybe one more time, and then I'll leave it, just in case I am just getting this all wrong. Which I probably am. Sounds about right, eh? Keep wrong, babes. Keep wrong. No, don't sit down, please, honey. Right, do you know what? I'm gonna figure out where that is. Because I just was like, yeah, they're using things at me. Dragon Communion Seal location. Where's this gonna take me now? Hey. Oh, not it being actually back in Limgrave. Sounds about right, doesn't it? Stranded Graveyard, apparently. Right. Into this funky little place. And down a lift. Right, okay. If you use a stone sword key. Right, we can do that. And then there's a grace, and I'm guessing... Okay, so this is where you start the game. Ah, you have to go back to the start of the game. Right, okay. Back to the start of the game, and then... I haven't actually done that part. I've never actually been to that part of the game, you know. Never ever been to that part of the game, so, yeah. Alright, so we're going down into the green nasty. I'm not going to survive that. Or I might just. Okay. This place. Oh no. Anus chariots. Okay, this is going to be a moment, everyone. In the Fringe Folk Hero's grave. Right. I'm just having a little look through, just so I know what to expect. Damn. Okay. So to get this seal, we have to go on its own little search and destroy mission. And I must be honest with you. It's a trek, but we've got it in us. Just because I feel like it's probably the best one for Arcane scaling. I think either that or the Frenzied Flame one, but I probably should go for the Dragon Communion seal. However, it's no easy feat, guys. Like, what I'm looking at here is there's chariots underground, there's all runs and everything, but once you manage to find it, it seems pretty straightforward. There is a Banished Knight to fight as like a mini boss, but you know what? Let's have it, shall we? Did I come here on my first run through? I didn't think I did. Right, well. Down in here is where we are going. I need to get the crafting kit as well. I literally haven't got a crafting kit. Let me just see. Have I got anything to help with poison? No. Okay, raw dogging it. Screw it. Let's give this a go. Damn. This don't look good. Shame we can't jump off the ladder. Oh no. I think I messed it up. It's alright. Just give it a second. We'll all be good. All be good. Chariots of heinous. Let's have a little look at what I'm dealing with and grab this. Okay, it's a long run. Okay, come on. Come on. Go back up. There's a good chariot. There's a good chariot. Okay. You fool. Ugh. I dislike these things majorly. Is there another one that's going to drop down here or something? Ruin my day? Okay. Knew it. Change direction, it's the same one. Heinous. Ugh. These guys. So this is, I think this is a different one to one I've done before. I don't think I came down here because I don't have this seal in my other game. I don't know where to go. I think it was up. You need to leave me alone. That thing needs to leave me the hell alone. I'm not about it. Goblin isn't gagging. Just trying to figure out its moves. Damn. They always keep you so on edge, like, they keep you so on edge. This girl's, her expression is like, love it. Okay. Eat it. Awesome. I got what I came for. That is what we like to see. That is what we like to see. So I don't even know if I've got anything I can use with it, but just for preparation's sake. There we go. Awesome. Now. I can grace out of here as well, you know what? I'm taking it. I literally like, yeah, I'll take that, you know. I do need to head back to the round table hold at some point as well and go and just check in with everybody because I've got my first rune, and if I'm correct, we should be able to see the 2 fingers, meet up with Enya, hang out, you know, all of that good stuff. Enya. Pardon me. Pardonnez-moi, Miss Sweet. Wow, 3 hours 20 already. What's going on with that? Oh, we could give... Should we give the tree sentinel a what for? I don't know. Hold on. I don't even think I have any incantations or magic. And there's part of me that is considering maybe doing a bit of Rani's quest. Maybe not all of it, but just so that I can get a couple more spell slots. So... Okay. I only have the Flame of Frenzy, which I don't even have enough faith to cast. I will be trying to hit the, like, lowest faith boundary, because I'm pretty sure that with faith, there's a lot of things you can use that are really instrumental in the game. So that might be a plan eventually. Let's just have a little look-see. Better get the finger seal then. What do you mean? I got my seal. I've got the Golden Order seal and I've got the Dragon Communion seal. I can use the seal. What I can't do is use the incantation. I don't really have any incantations at the moment. So maybe I should make a list and go and get a load of them. And yes. So, let's talk to Vare.
Oh, well done. You bested Godric the Grafted and claimed a great rune. My congratulations. Now, visit the Round Table Hold for an audience with the 2 fingers in the inner chamber.
You know what? Yes, we will, but we're going to chat again.
For an audience.
Okay. Now, what I am going to do, and this might be a bit cheeky, but let's go and see if we can give the Tree Sentinel a what for. I literally cheesed this guy with Night Comet when I fought him last, so... Come on. The way he passes you around. I need to stop wasting my bloody flash. Yes! And again! Yes! Yes! I ate. She ate. Golden Halvard. Let's have a little look then. Is that something that in any way helps me out? Oh, I've got me, I keep forgetting I've got the Golden Vow as well. Maybe I can do what I did in my old game playthrough and just add it on a dagger. But where's the golden halberd then? Oh, she's a strength babe. Strength and faith. Well, that ain't me. The hook claws are something I am increasingly becoming more interested in, you know. Because they've got a good blood loss build up. Possibly... Right, what I might do is put the golden vow on the hook claw. I don't know. We'll see, but what we are going to do is head back to the table and check in with everybody that we've got over there. So, yes. And I must admit, I'm aware that I've been very unseasonable recently with the streaming, but worry not, especially coming into the winter months. And especially when this DLC comes out, you're going to be getting 4 nights a week, 100%. So, now, where are we going? Not up there. I mean, is Roger here yet? Yes, he is. Fia's already gone. She upped and left.
We meet again after all. I apologize for any offense given by my bearing, but I'm quite unable to move, you see. So, what do you need?
Just your love. Just your love, Roger. Just hold me in your strong arms.
You defeated Godric and claimed yourself a great rune. Looks like we both got what we wanted out of Stormvale, didn't we? Well done, friend. Something to mark the occasion. Go on, take it.
Oh, bless him. That is an amazing sword as well, to be honest. It really pulled me through my first playthrough.
As you might have guessed, I still can't move. My fighting days are behind me. No need to be polite. I've no use for it anymore.
Aww. Bless him. About D then, because D is now...
So you've met D. D is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together for a time, bound by our exploration of death. But our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate for two friends. D was telling me that he discovered the mark of the centipede. The centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person, and if they were like you, all the better.
Oh, Rog, my hero. Bless him. Right, now. So, let's go through here. You, sir, are a fool. What's Gideon got to say? Oh, Gideon said the door is closed. Nefeli! Hey, sis!
Oh, hello. I've not seen you here before. I am Nefeli Lu, warrior.
Queen.
Here by decree of my father. The pleasure's mine, as a fellow tarnished, guided by grace to the Round Table Hold. Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. The room Encher's guarding just over there. If you haven't already, I advise you introduce yourself. Father is leader of the Round Table. I'm sure talking to him will be worth your while.
So Gideon's her father, right. I want to do Nefeli's quest line in this, because I haven't done it.
It's about time I headed off. I'll see you again, warrior, should the fates deign it. It's
Wait,
about
what?
time. I'll see you again.
No more info, alright. Okay. Right, what's Dungy doing then? Checking with the Dungle Eater. The Dungularans.
I asked you not to be thankful of that.
All
It's
right.
all that keeps you.
Oh, I think I need to find his actual body, don't I? I need to find him. Nutting his head against the wall somewhere. Ensha, you got anything to say? You're just going to stand there like a pensive weirdo. Yes, you are. Okay, that's fine. We support you, Ensha, in all of your deeds. We support you, darling. Now, let me check in. Is there anything here from Fia when she left? No. What about Rodrika?
Greetings. Are you here for spirit tuning? I can hear it from the howling. You
Okay.
should keep... I know you...
So that's what you've got to say. I hope we get some more stuff with Rodrika and DLC, like some more dialogue or something happens. I don't want anything to happen to her, so I'm not really wishing too hard, but at the same time I'm like, Rodrika, Thanks, babe. Right, let's have a little look at Hughie.
Those eyes tell a story.
These
Of a
ones?
challenger who's felled Herma fine and well.
Okay, about
I spoke
Rodrika.
with the girl. She has a gift for spirit tuning, so I told her everything I know. I'm indebted to a spirit tuner I met long ago. It was all I could do to honor her. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Do we think that'll be someone who we meet in the DLC? Because he says he witnessed something that... Well, he makes out like he witnessed something horrific that Marika did. And he is Omen, so maybe... Was he, like, a smith to some Omen king or something? I don't know. All speculation, but intrigued. Now. Out here is where I last saw Dee, and I last saw Fia. I don't think I can go any further here, no. Right, so let's come back over here. And now we're going to head to go and see the fingers. Because, my darling, we now can have a presence with the fingers and Enya.
Are you that new tarnished?
Yes.
You've done well. I am Enya, the finger reader. I interpret the words of the fingers, envoys to the greater will. Look there.
Oh?
The fingers tremble to welcome you, Shardbearer. Let their wisdom wash over you.
The fingers.
Elden Ring.
The fingers.
Root of the Golden Order. Anchor of all lands, giver of grace, wellspring of all joy. Until it was shattered, the tragic corruption of the Order has taken its toll. Across the realm, life lies in ruin, fallen to pieces. Foul curses and misery spread, unabated.
Charming.
But the greater will has not abandoned the realm. So it is that the Tarnished are guided by grace. Brave Tarnished, your great rune is a handsome shard of the Elden Ring.
She can read all this by looking at it.
Another of its kind. To become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
Become Elden Lord. Okay.
Where a remembrance of gold has found its way into your possession. Demigods and even the creator of the champions are hewn by the erdtree upon their end into remembrances. They are valuable indeed. These remembrances yet house the power of their former masters. And should you wish to wield that same power, I will lend you the strength of the fingers. Oh, do not recoil from my offer. The fingers guide us all.
Okay, so... I haven't got any here anyway at the moment, but...
The children of the tainted by the strength of their ancestors.
She's always got that... I think she's always got that dialogue anyway, so...
The greater will has long renounced the demigods. Tarnished. Show no mercy.
I won't.
Have their heads. Take all they have left. Indeed. But remember one thing. The demigods are each and all the direct offspring of Queen Marika. Godric the Grafted was but a distant relation, the runt of the litter. His divine blood sorely diluted.
Wow.
Now go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
Basically, she wants me to become Elden Lord, take the Elden Throne, do the Elden thing, slay the Elden game, and all of those lovely, wondrous things. Now, I think I am going to be using this seal as we go through. So maybe I will do a little bit of upgrading. Now, Reduvia is also a weapon that I've upgraded a little bit, but I haven't really used. The Uchigatana, yep, I'm using it at the moment, but maybe we can find something a little bit better. I wanted to have a little look at some of the stats in comparison to each other. So we go to the weapons now. So I've got the Reduvia here on +2. It has a physical attack of 101 plus 48, critical of 110, and a blood loss bleed of 52. So this is strength scaling and dex and arcane. But if I come to this one, similar again. However, this has got a bigger blood loss of 60. I want that bleed, you know? Which does make me think claws, because this has a really good base damage. It has got a C scale in dexterity, but not necessarily arcane. Though I do think that... Oh, I don't know. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about. And I'm still kind of trying to flesh the build out. I do think that I'm going to need to upgrade some bits a bit more. But to be honest, I need to probably not do what I did in my last play and decide what weapons we're going to use for this build, seek them out and upgrade them specifically. Alright?
Back already, no matter.
One thing I do know I'm going to use... Oh, okay. So Dragon Communion Somber as well. Maybe what I need to do is do a similar thing to my other playthrough. You know, where I went through and got all the bell bearings, got everything that I would possibly need in prep for the DLC. I think that's definitely something I need to do. But in the meantime, my darlings, I would like to say an absolutely major thank you, as always, for coming to join me. It's been wonderful, splendiferous, fantabulous, and gorgeous, just like yourselves. Yes, it has. So yes, I may even come back tomorrow. Who can say? Who can say? But the main thing is, thank you as always. Really, really genuinely thank you always for coming to join me. It's been an absolute pleasure. We're getting there. Alright, I know it's going to take a little bit of time. But maybe the next stream I'll do will polish off some caves in Limgrave. Because I did kind of beeline straight for what I was looking for up until this point. So, caves and Everjails in Limgrave on the next stream, I think. They won't be too much of a hassle, I don't think. But I'm definitely going to be needing something to deal with the undead. So these are all things we'll flesh out in the next one. But yes, ta-ra for tonight. Major shout out to everyone who was in the chat with me here. And to all of you watching at home. Thank you so much as always. I've been Indi. You've been absolutely fabulous. And I can't wait to see you again soon. If I don't see you again before the beginning of next week, have a wonderful weekend. I'm just going to pose for a second. Ooh. I don't know what I'm doing, alright? Good evening. I'll see you next time, babes.